So today let's fly to the Pacific coastal South America, obviously while sitting in a room. Well, this is the main purpose of us, right? Hello guys, welcome to our channel where we talk about some weird and beautiful places and stuffs on earth. In this video we will discuss about some paintings, some big paintings, well, some huge paintings that convey the message of human habit of leaving the sign of existence. So, let's begin the journey. Sandwiched between Andes mountain range and Pacific Ocean, the basin of Rio de Nazca, spread across 75,000 hectares, is left alone by nature to be one of the driest places on earth, with 1 inch of rain per year, lower than Gobi Desert, even Death Valley. This place ignored by nature, but adorned by Nazca people with their geoglyphs, with an extension of almost 300 meters on average on the canvas of Earth. Announced as a World Heritage Site in 1994 by UNESCO. Geoglyphs are the 2D structures arranged on soil with the help of the stones, gravel or earth. These are basically called positive geoglyphs, whereas the Nazca lines were drawn by removing the deep colored surface with rich iron oxide and exposing the light colored internal soil. This is called the negative geoglyphs. These are so big that you need to raise yourself high to observe any one of the structures at once and appreciate these works fully. It's believed that the lines were made between 400 to 650 CE in the latter part of the early intermediate period of Nazca civilization. In 1553, this great art was mentioned in the published book by Pedro de Leon. It was 1927 when a Peruvian archaeologist, Meza Cespe, officially discovered the patterns. Consequently, the huge structures during a hills excursion. After commercial airlines began to fly over this, it gained its popularity. From 1940, Maria Rich, who spent almost 40 years of her life for these lines and lived just beside the site, got the government recognition for preserving the area. She is known as Lady of the Lines. The Nazca culture was rich in artistic work, as many textiles, potteries were found in that region. But these lines are the ultimate proof of their scientific and artistic skills. As mentioned, the lines were made by removing the upper surface of the red iron oxide layer by 12 to 15 inches, exposing the light colored interior. Though this remarkable work didn't require complex technology, but required excellent coordination among people. In the book Chariots of God, Eric von Daniken wrote that the designs are so big and so complex that this cannot be made without the use of a flying machine. Hence, put forward the controversial alien theory. Though Joe Nickell, the researcher at the University of Kentucky, used the same tools available for Nazca people like simple sticks and knotted cord to recreate the geoglyphs to refute the alien theory. If you leave the controversial theory, this depicts extraordinary skills of Nazca people that amaze us now and will do the same in the future. According to history, there are three types of Nazca lines: straight lines, geometric shapes, and pictorial representations. There are almost over 800 straight lines and over 300 geometric shapes. Besides, there are spirals, arrows, zigzag shapes, wavy lines, and for pictorial representations, there are spider, hummingbird, monkey, whale, duck, stylized tree, cactus, dog, etc. Even there is a humanoid structure called the astronaut. In 2011, a Japanese team discovered a scene of decapitation, but it's relatively small with respect to other geoglyphs. In 2018, almost 50 such structures were found at once. The Nazca lines are best known for pictorial representations of at least 70 animals. US historian Paul Kosuk watched these lines and observed the relative position of the lines to the sun around the winter solstice. After this, German scientist Maria Riesch, Our Lady of the Lines, studied these lines for so long time. They both came to the same conclusion that the lines are the world's largest astronomical book. On the other hand, David Johnson, along with Murby, hydrologist of the University of Massachusetts, saw a huge trapezoid almost 30 yards wide and hundreds of feet long spread across the valley floor up to the peak of Andes Mountain. They observed two perfectly straight lines of stones shoot southward towards dark cliffs in the faraway peak extending from the trapezoid. Johnson indicates the cliffs as the geological faults that collect water from the mountain and feed the dry valley underneath and the underlying waterway. Murby said that the old people made the trapezoid to map and point their water source. It makes sense as the most required thing for them in that dry place is water. Anthony Aveni, a professor of astronomy and anthropology in New York, claimed that David Johnson just wanted to turn the Nazca people into ancient geologists or something. Instead, the lines are just pathways. Some assembling of people at the center of the trapezoid is involved due to some unknown reasons. He believed that these are not just doodles on the earth, but something that tell what Nazca people were once. The gift of Nazca's extensive hydraulic engineering. They made some spiral-shaped well-like holes to distribute subsurface water throughout the desert. They also connected it to the source, often miles away from where it was needed. At first, it was thought that these pukios was simple, well-like structure that gave the access of underground water to the people. But after the study of Rosalia Zaponara and her team in 2006, it was clear that it was way more than that. And surprisingly, 36 pukios are still functioning at the present day in the three valleys of Nazca area. Another strange thing is that there are some mounds of rocks at the end of the trapezoid, within which there are crayfish claws, oyster shells, crab skeletons. These all sea creatures that also almost 4,000 feet above the sea level. National Geographic Society explorer John Reinhardt claimed that they offered those sea creatures to worship the god of water. Basically, they drew those huge lines and shapes so that only God can see those from the top. And these are the most recent accepted theory and interest to the scholars. Now last but not the least, as I told before, Erich von Däniken indicated these designs are so big and so complex and might be made with the direction of some extraterrestrial intelligence. This theory is supported by some notable discoveries of some distinct and unnatural elongation of skulls and a mysterious three-fingered mummy, which made an excitement among the researchers that this latest body cannot be a human at all. though the last theory is most controversial of all and still lacks enough scientific evidences. Due to very low amount of rain, weathering, these well-spread lines are almost safe from nature's destruction as well as human intervention. Though scientists say that these lines became popular to the tourists much rapidly before the detailed research by scientists. In 2009, rain heavily damaged some of the lines. Then the hummingbird area was damaged by an environmental group. The Peru government must have taken the required steps to keep more attention to the security of the World Heritage Site. In fact, the group named Greenpeace apologized for the damage. So guys, this is it for today. Please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to like and share. Let's meet in the next video with another exciting topic. Until then, keep knowing, keep informing, and most importantly, stay home, stay safe. Goodbye.